prime star, my hope is found. He is my light, my strength, my song. This cornerstone, this solid ground, firm through the fiercest drought and storm. What heights of love, what depths of peace, when fears are stilled, when striving cease. My comforter, my all in all, here in the love of Christ I stand.
Yeah, the saga continued. Genetics for the
Christ
free.
alone.
Yo, Jacob lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, Esau was coming with even 400 men. He divided the children between Leah, Rachel, and the two servants. He put the servants and their children in front of Leah, and their children after Rachel, and Joseph at the rear. He himself passed over in front of them and bowed himself to the ground 7 times until he came near to his brother. Esau ran to meet him, embraced him, and fell on his neck and kissed him, and then wept. The preparations of the heart of a man is an answer of the tongue is from the Lord. The king's heart is in his hand, and the Lord of the rivers of the water. He turned it, whether so he will. And the Lord doth know the way of man, and it is not himself. It is not in man that walketh in the direct his steps. He lifted up his eyes and saw the woman and the children, and said, with these did to thee, with you, he said, the children of whom God has graciously given your servant. Lo, the children are an inheritance of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is the reward. Behold, I and the children whom the Lord has given me for the signs and wonders in Israel from the Lord of hosts, which dwelleth in the Mount Zion. Then the servants came near to the children, and they bowed themselves, and Leah also and her children came near and bowed themselves. After them Joseph came near with Rachel and bowed themselves. Esau said, what is all this band to thee? What do you mean by all this company which I met? Jacob said, to find favor in the sight of my Lord. Esau said, I have enough, my brother. Be that to thee that is thine. Let that which you have be yours. Jacob said, please no. If I have not found favor in your sight, then receive my present at my hand, because I have seen your face, as one sits and sees the face of God. You were pleased with me. And he said, well, I make a league with thee, but one thing I require to thee, that is, thou shalt not see my face, except thou first bring me yourself's daughter. And it comes to see in the time of the king said, let him turn to his own house, and let him not see my face. Then he went back then when Absalom returned to his own house and saw not the king's face. Take heed that you not despise not one of these little ones. Jesus said, for I say unto you that the heavenly angels do always behold the face of my Father which is in heaven. Please take this gift that I brought to you, because of God has dealt graciously with me, and because of I have all things enough. He urged them, and he took it, and he said unto him, give me the blessing, and he has given me the south land. Give me also the springs of water, and Caleb gave up the upper springs and the upper spring. Now this blessing which thy handmaid have brought unto the Lord, let it even be given unto the young man that follow my Lord. And he returned to the man of God and in the company, and came and stood before him, and he said, behold, now I know that there is no God in all the earth but in Israel. And now therefore I pray thee, take the blessing of thy servant, but I have all and abound. I am full of heaven, received the Ephraim's and the things which were sent from you, in the odor of the smell of sweet sacrifice, acceptable, well pleasing to God. And then he said, be content to take talents into 11 and 8 yards, and bound 2 talents of silver in 2 bags, and with 2 charges of garments, and laid upon the 2 of his servants, and they bear them on before him. Esau said, let's take our journey, and let's go, and I will go before you. Jacob said to him, my Lord knows that the children are tender in the flocks and the herd, and they have young, and they have overdrive them one day, and all the flocks will die. Please let my Lord pass over before his servant, and I will lead on gently according to the pace of the livestock that are before me, and according to the pace of the children until I come unto the Lord to see. Esau said, let now me set or place leave in with you some of the people who are with me, And he said, wherefore is this? Why? And let me find favor in the sight of my Lord. Then she said, let me find favor in the sight, my Lord, for those that has comforted me, and those that has spoken friendly unto thy handmaid, though it be not like unto one of thine handmaids. And so Esau returned that day on his way to Seir. Jacob traveled to Succoth and built himself a house and made shelters for his livestock. Therefore the place, his name is called Succoth, that is booths. And in the valley of Bathraim and Ben-Nifamera, and Succoth and Zaphon, to the rest of the kingdom of Sihon, king of Heshbon, Jordan to the border, and even to the edge of the sea, Shinareth, and on the other side of Jordan eastward. And he said unto the man of Succoth, give, I pray thee, loaves of bread unto thy people that will follow me, for they be faint, and I am pursuing after Zebulun and Zimran, and kings of the Median. Jacob came in peace to the city and courted Sachem, which is the land of Canaan, where he came from Paddan Aram, and encamped before the city. And John was baptized there sometimes later in the Anna near the Salem, and there was much water there, and he came and was baptized, and he carried over the Sechem and laid the sculpture that Abraham bought for the sum of money, and the sons of Ham and the father of Sechem. And Joseph gathered the tribes of Israel and Sechem, and called the elders of Israel, and from their heads and their judges and their officers, and presented themselves before God. And he brought across all the ground, and he spread his tent in his hand of the children called Amman or Herma, Shechem's father, and 100 pieces of money or lamb, and the bones of Egypt of Joseph, which the children of Israel brought out of Egypt, buried in Sechem in the parcel of the ground which Jacob brought for the sons of Herma the father of Sechem, for 400 pieces of silver that came in the inheritance of the children of Joseph that came off to the city of Samaria, and he called Sechem near the parcel of the ground that Jacob gave to his son Joseph. He erected an altar there and called it El Israel, that is the God of Israel.
He is my light, my strength, my song, this cornerstone, this solid ground, firm through the fiercest drought and storm. What heights of love, what depths of peace, when fears are stilled, when striving cease, my comforter. Here in the love of Christ I stand.
An honest man. Send in Lord Bonacipt. Trusted Lord Bonacipt, I've called you in to witness this investiture. You are my exceptional man, Joseph. From this moment on, you will be second only to me in this kingdom. Bonacipt will guide you through the maze of politics and problems. With this ring, Joseph will speak for me wherever he goes.